What's up everyone, it's Iceman Oz, aka Jay, straight from the kangaroo and into your living room. Here today I've got my map review of SABALAN Pipeline. Now I wanted to review this map because it's probably my favourite map out of the new DLC. I really have a lot of fun with it because it's just visually really nice to look at. You can be running down a pathway or whatever, and you can be on your dirt bike just in the snow, and it's just a lot of fun to look at, and it's a lot of fun to play as well, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. If I talked about this whole video about how stunning it looks, it wouldn't be a very good review, but let's get into the actual gameplay. Okay, now let's go over TDM. This is probably my favorite map for TDM, for the reason being it doesn't actually have any spawning issues. If you look at all the other maps out of this new DLC, Nabandan Flats, KSR Railroad, etc., you will most likely die within 3 seconds of spawning because the map is so clustered, and the spawning is almost like if you spawn somewhere, the other team will spawn to the spawn next to you, so they always seem to cluster together, and the spawns just aren't really that good in terms of TDM for the new DLC. This is the only map that doesn't do that. It has a different spawning system. I don't know why, but yeah, it's really good. There are some really good choke points to be had. It's not to the point where, you know, you can't leave your spawn and you're just getting killed repeatedly, but there are enough choke points to say, you know, if you're a skilled player, you will get the job done and you will get your due reward because this is actually a really good map for TDM. Now, in terms of Conquest, it's an interesting one because it depends what you actually play on. If you play on PC, this is probably one of the best Conquest maps in the history of Battlefield 3. But if you play on console, there is just not enough people to withstand it. You have your 5 flags on console, one of which being one that is just strictly in the middle of the map, and you basically fight over that. If you go to that part of the map, there will most likely be action, but the problem is you can't always go to that flag. You know, what if you want to go to a different flag? Most of the time it's uncontested, and there's not really much to Conquest in terms of console, and that goes pretty much for all the maps out of this new DLC, not just SABALAN Pipeline. So it is what it is, but on PC it's really good. There's just the right enough amount of players, and it goes really well. On console it's a different story, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, now let's go over the rush aspect of it. Now this is probably one of my favorite modes for this map, just for the simple reason is it has a great amount of choke points like TDM. It's not too clustered at all. You pick your spots. I will say you need to have a good squad if you're attacking and defending even. I mean, you always need a good squad, but especially on this map, due to the choke points and all that, and due to the vehicles and everything, you have to control it. And you have to have a good squad to do that. So in conclusion, this map has sex appeal with its snowy goodness and no, well, okay, seriously, it is a good map. Visually, it's great. Gameplay, it's really well. Besides Conquest, you know, it has its issues because the lack of players on console. On PC, it's absolutely awesome. That's the only issue I can actually find with this new map. If you have any issues with it, let me know in the comments section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and peace.